Professor Friston is an absolutely incredible character. And I want to get to this kind of embodiment and externalism thing, because that was what really opened up my mind. We used to think about AI as being something which happens entirely inside of the brain, almost like we could just write a computer algorithm and it would capture all of the machinations of cognizing, of being an intelligent being. Can you introduce this whole idea to us?
So I think the ultimate idea behind all this kind of physical AI, embodied cognition, is that effectively the body matters a great deal to cognition, and more than just the body, the physical environment, the actual world that we inhabit is, bundled up together with what it means to be a mind, to be a thinking thing, to exist and to live and to thrive in an environment. So, you might think of the embodied intelligence thesis spelled broadly as, effectively this idea that the mind, in some sense, encodes or reflects or is constrained by or depends on the specific material embodiment of the system and the very specific layout, the situation that the system is trying to adapt to. So you were referring to externalism versus internalism. This is a longstanding debate in cognitive science and in philosophy. Basically, what counts as cognition? Is cognition just something that happens in the head that involves the brain, or is it something that is world-involving? And I think basically since the late 80s and early 90s, what we have seen in cognitive science, certainly in neuroscience and philosophy and related areas, is an increasing recognition of the importance of external factors. Well, factors that were once considered external to cognition that are actually constitutive of it, right? So having a body is not, just an accident or optional to cognitive systems. All things that we consider intelligent do so through their embodied behavior in a world, right? This is relevant to AI and industry more generally because, the frontier right now is applying AI systems in the real world, right? And there's reason to believe that, if we want to do this appropriately and safely and at scale, we should draw on, the way that cognition works in the real world, the way that natural intelligence works in the world that we live in, right? And so, studying embodiment and what it brings to the table is going to be crucial. And I think one of the things that is really important and follows from this embodied mind thesis is that what's required to act appropriately in a world is to have a world model, right? So a mind is a model of a specific world, right? And of a specific body that acts in that world. And I think those are the big elements, at least conceptually, that allow us to frame this discussion. And, maybe Jason can talk a little bit about the implications of this for the field of physical AI, which is, robotics, drones, and all of these systems that act in the real world.